Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about baseball romances, and you might be saying, Julia, but you're dressed super plainly. What about you is baseball? That's a great question. I never wear hats, but for you guys and for the Reds, do I look cute? I feel like I kind of look cute. I like how some hats look on me, but I'm just like, when do I wear this? I guess when my hair looks bad. But if my hair looks bad, usually I'm not going out. It's like a Wednesday night and I'm staying in. So I don't know. But oh my god, wait, I look kind of cute. I'm like looking at myself. I'm like, wait. But anyways, back to the actual reason for the video. I have 11 books. Yeah, 11. That's kind of a lot, I feel like, for a recommendation video. We have 6 that are baseball, less baseball is what I said in my notes. And then we have 5 that are more baseball. And less baseball just means they are a baseball player, one of the main characters, and baseball is around and mentioned. Is it one of the main plot points? No. And then for the more baseball, you might have guessed it by now, one of the main plot points is more baseball. So if you're looking for a book that's like sports, those might be a bit better for you, but if you just want a sports romance that's like fun and good, then any of them would work for you. But I'm going to do the less baseball-y ones first and then more. And then in the separate lists, I just have done them since like what I ranked them, how many stars out of 5. So we'll start with my lowest and then end on the highest. So, yay! I feel like so Hilary Duff in Another Cinderella Story, or no, A Cinderella Story. Selena Gomez is Another Cinderella Story. But I feel so, what is her name, like Sam? I think it's Sam. Sam something. Anyways, our first book on the less baseball side is The Problem with Players by Brittainy C. And this is the second in the Problem series, and I gave it 3 stars. I love Brittainy C. I do not see enough hype about her. Everyone needs to be talking about her. She's amazing. She writes so beautifully. Usually her stories are more like sad versus like the rom-com happy book, but not to be overlooked. They're so good. So I recommend any of her books, but this was just the one that I found that was baseball. But when I saw it, I was like, oh, I have to read because her name, you know it's going to be good. Anyway, so the story with this one is he's a professional baseball player, or was. He's retired because he got hurt, so that's why it's adjacent. But he comes back to his hometown and starts coaching for the baseball team. Oh, but who's the head coach of the baseball team? His ex, of course, and she is currently engaged and hates him and is like, you broke my heart and you're a jerk and I don't like you. And they have this beautiful reconnecting and it's very fun and it's, I don't know, I want to say beautiful again because it is beautiful and it's 3 stars. It's very good. Next, we have Stealing Home by Grace Reilly, which is the 3rd in the Beyond the Play series, and I also gave this one 3 stars. This one is, they're in college, they're seniors in college, and he is on the baseball team. It's not shown a lot, but he is on the baseball team, and he is deciding what he wants to do with his life, basically. Does he want to go to the MLB? Does he want to do something else? Does he have anything else he'd like to do? Like, what is kind of his journey? And the female main character needs a place to stay, so they let her move into the apartment, and it is a forced proximity love story where, like, she doesn't like him, and then she starts liking him a bit more, and you know how that goes. It's very fun. It's the 3rd in the series. This whole series is really good, but this is the one that's baseball centered. The next one is actually the first book I read for this video. I thought of this video last year, and I had some baseball books that I had already read that I was like, oh, those would be good, but then I was like, I feel like I have to do more research to like get more baseball books to be able to present to you guys, and now I have 11. But this literally took me like a year to do this whole video because when I first started about it, like thought about it, it was like before the World Series last year, and then by the time I've read enough books and like thought about it enough, it was already baseball season again this year. So that just proves how much time and effort I put into these videos. But anyways, it is The Locker Room by Meghan Quinn, and it is the first in the Brentwood Boys series, and I gave it 3.5 stars. I have already done a video on the Brentwood Boys series, which I will link below. But this was my favorite of the whole series, and it is, I'm struggling because I read this a long time ago and the description on Goodreads is really bad, but basically it's they're in college playing baseball. Well, he's playing baseball, she's not playing baseball. But anyways, and there's a superstition about like bringing a girl to the locker room and like doing things in it means that you're going to get married. That's what Goodreads says, but I'm pretty sure I don't remember that being the whole plot because that doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty sure it's just like a girl that isn't sure if she likes him and then he wins her over. Honestly can't tell you because Goodreads is really screwing me over with this one. But I do remember that it's like a fun, lighthearted, like rom-com book. Obviously I liked it. I gave it 3.5 stars. But I do know there's a time jump of 8 years. That kind of is so annoying and like ruins the end kind of. That's why it's only a 3.5. So fair warning, but I still think it's fun. And this series has like 7, 8 books. So if you're just in a mood to read like a bunch of rom-com books, this is a really good series to pick up. I felt bad that I didn't give you guys like a full explanation of the locker room. So I literally went back to my video, as you guys should, and watched what I said about it. I basically said the exact same thing, except she has trust issues. There you go. So now that's the full thing on the locker room. I feel like I'm off-centered now. I went and helped my mom unload the groceries, and I feel like my setup looks different now. Anyways, next one is Catching Feelings by Maren Moore, and this is the second in the Orleans University, and I gave it 3.5 stars. This one is another roommate one, kind of weird. I guess that's popular in the baseball genre, as we're seeing. But this, and another, like, enemies to lovers, but I feel like that's just popular these days. Like, come on. But anyways, she hooked up with the main character and is like, but no, I don't like you. Like, I despise you actually because he's like a rich guy and she just doesn't like him. So she keeps being like, I don't like you, but then she's really attracted to him, and then she needs a new housing situation and he offers up his apartment, so they become roommates, and then she kind of starts getting to know like the real him beyond his rich boy persona, and the rest follows. The next one is Homerun Proposal by Maren Moore. This is the first in the Orleans Univeristy series, and this one I gave 3.75 stars. This one follows our main character. She wants to not be a virgin anymore and decides to like make a list and make a pact, and she enlists the help of her roommate and best friend, or so she thinks, but she actually accidentally sends it to her best friend's brother, so it's a brothers situation, but it has nothing to do with the best friend brother, so it's not really like a Summer I Turned Pretty vibe. It's more just like a, oh whoops, and then she actually has a crush on the other brother. So they kind of like form this pack and start doing this list together, and then again she starts developing feelings for him, and the rest is history. And he does too, but no spoilers. Our last in the Less Baseball series, our list is Hard to Lose by K. Bromberg. It's the fourth in the Play Hard series, and I gave it 3.75 stars. This one, it really doesn't have much to do with baseball at all, if I'm being honest, but she is a sports agent, and like 6 years ago or something, she got a letter in the mail that was like, or it was supposed to be delivered 6 years ago, but it didn't get there until now, and it's from this person, this man who is going to the army and is like, they were interested in working with him, and he's like, thank you for your consideration. I can't because I'm going to the army, but I appreciate it and stuff. And so she's trying to she's like, oh, this is such a good feel-good story. We can get him back out on the field and see how he's doing and like all this stuff. And he's like a hero. So she goes searching for him, and and basically it's like mistaken identity, I guess I would say, because she goes to the town that she knows he's in, but she doesn't know what he looks like, and he goes by a different name now, and she starts talking to the bartender and really hits it off, and they start going on dates and all this stuff, and meanwhile, she's trying to figure out who is this guy. And I thought this one was really, really good. I was not expecting to like this one as much as I did. It was like a huge sleeper hit for me. It was just so fun and like, I don't know, unexpected, but in the best ways. And I recently fell in love with Kay Bromberg's books. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm sure you know, I've done so many of her series. I actually did the Play Hard series too, so I'll link that also below. But this one was a highlight for me for sure from that series. It was so much fun. We're into the more baseball category now. And the first one on that list is Unwritten Rules by Brittainy C. This is the first in the Unwritten Rules series, and I gave it 3 stars. This one is 2 male main characters, and they are both baseball players. This one's very heavy baseball, but like very fun. Like, I know baseball. I played softball for a while, but I don't know like all the intricacies, and I could follow it, so like anybody can, but it was fun to learn more about it. Main male character, he is dealing with his sexuality. He knows he's gay, but he doesn't feel comfortable coming out, and he's kind of stuck having these relationships that can't really go anywhere. And he forms his really close bond with a rookie that's there for the season, and feelings start developing and all this stuff, and they're both catchers, so they kind of like bond over that, and then there's a lot of catching stuff in it, and it's kind of fun. My boyfriend was a catcher in high school, so I was like, babe, is this true? Is this true? He was like, yeah, this is a well-written book from baseball's perspective, so if you're looking for that, this one apparently is very good. But it was very, very touching, and I think it's a beautiful story, and I think, yeah, I don't know. It was very good. I liked it a lot. The next is Caught Up by Liz Tomforde. It is the third in the Windy City series. Say that 3 times fast. And I gave it 3.5 stars. I love the Windy City series. Oh my gosh. I read it for this because I knew there were 2 baseball books in it. And I'd been putting it off because I was like, I know I'm going to fall in love, and I know I'm going to be obsessed, and I wanted all the books to be out, and it was so good. It was so worth it. So, side moment, if you haven't read those, you should go read them. But like everyone and their mothers read them, so I don't really feel like that's big news. But anyways, this one is about a single dad. Woo! He's a baseball player, professional to be exact, and basically he needs a nanny for the season so his child can stay with him. And yeah, and the coach's daughter becomes the nanny for the summer because she's like in between gigs, and it's really fun. I love Liz Tomforde. She writes beautifully, and it's very, very fun. This was probably my least favorite of the series, and still really, really high ranking, still really, really good. Next is another Windy City series, the 4th book, and it is Play Along by Liz Tomforde, and I gave this one 4 stars. I love this one. This one, I'm already like blushing. I love this one. This one is, he's also a professional baseball player. It's him and the guy from the last book are brothers, so fun. And he has been in love with his personal trainer. No. Yeah, PT. Been in love with his personal, well, is that a personal, wait, I'm like geeking out right now. Like PTs, like that work on your body. Not like trainer, but like stretching trainer. PT, his PT for the team. He's been like in love with her for like 4 years or something like that, and she never takes him seriously. And then drunk in a night in Vegas, they accidentally get married. Whoa. And to save her job, they have to pretend to be married. So it's marriage of convenience. It's a fake dating story. Some of my favorite tropes. And the guy is just so sweet. I love when they're boy obsessed. Like, it's so good. I love reading that. And this is definitely boy obsessed. And I think the journey they go on together is really beautiful and really, really fun. I ate it up. I read it in like one day, as I did all the Windy City series. Next, we have Wild Pitch by Maren Loyal. And this is the first in the Wild Baseball Romance, and I gave it 4 stars. This one was really fun. I found this one randomly, and I didn't know anything about the author or anything like that, but it is a professional baseball player, and he's a catcher again. It's usually catchers, pitchers are like the 2 they kind of lean towards making them. I guess makes sense. Those are like 2 of the biggest positions. I don't know. Anyways, he's like a total heartthrob. He's like, everyone loves him. It's amazing, all this stuff. And she works for the team as also a PT. And she's kind of more like tomboyish, and she's kind of having difficulty finding romantic relationships. So she enlists him as a dating coach to be like, hey, you get a lot of girls. Teach me how to get a lot of guys. Love when it's like Playboy reformed too. Like, that's always such a fun trope because you kind of get to see them like be like, wait a minute. I think I might like you, and being like, but I don't like people, and be like, but I like you. I always like that. So this one was really fun. I know there's another one in the series too after this that I didn't get around to reading, so maybe that one's good too. So you could get 2 books. And this last one, it's a sleeper hit. I don't hear anyone talking about this. I loved it. I gave it 5 stars. 5 stars. That's how you know it's good. I don't give a lot of books 5 stars, but it's The Art of Catching Feelings by Alicia Thompson. So good. So good. So good. Such a fun premise. Also, she goes to a baseball game and is in really good seats and like is really close to the players. And this one guy's like hitting badly, so she starts heckling him. Oh, is your name Christopher because you're hitting like poo? Haha. And he ends up crying because of this and is really upset. And she's like, oh my gosh, this is awful. And it goes viral and everyone's talking about it. And it kind of blows up both their lives. And then she feels really bad. So that then that night, she messages him and is like, hey, I'm so sorry, blah, 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 blah. But she doesn't say she was the heckler. And then he reads the message and they start talking over Instagram. And he doesn't know it's her. And then she also gets a job at the stadium as like one of the correspondents and starts talking to him in real life also. And this is also, I keep saying this, but this is also one of my favorite tropes. I love, love, love when it's done right, when they are talking like in 2 different forms, like virtually and in person. It's like always the best if done right. And this is another example of it done right. I think it's so fun and like you see them falling twice, which I think is why I like it so much, because you see them falling for both versions of them and then trying to decide what to do about it and like feeling bad for like not being with one over the other, but then it's like, no, but they're the same, so it's perfectly good. And I love it, and I have so many of my favorite books are like that trope, and this is a new one of it. It's so fun. The cover is so cute. It's like a little comic book. I don't know, it just felt so good. And that brings us to the end. Those were 11 baseball book recommendations for you guys. I hope you enjoy them. I hope you read them. I hope you bring them into the summer, into baseball season. Go Reds. And I hope it warms up, because right now it is not very warm at all, even though despite my outfit, it looks like it's warm. And thank you for watching. You're amazing. It means a lot to me. And you are beautiful, wonderful, sporty, athletic, smart, capable, strong. And thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.